What would you say is your highlight of the year this far in the game?
Highlight of the year
Yeah, it could be.
so far this year or so far since I've been here?
No, I'd say this year. I'd say. Well, both
This
if you want.
year,
Yeah, do both.
what would be the highlight? The highlight for me would be, I think, launching the Discord server to everybody. It was my first role as a community manager, and it was just so bizarre how this game was just so enclosed to just people who were spenders. Let's be honest. That's what the Discord server was locked to. And I almost remember going into my interview for this game, and I said, I played the game, but I can't get onto your Discord server. Like, what is this? And, they couldn't give me an answer. And I was like, well, I've got no research now, because normally I would come into the Discord, I would see what's going on, I would get involved, and I would give you my feedback, but I can't do that because you blocked it away. So my first task was I just went in now, and this is just not acceptable. We need to launch this thing, and we need to just get as many people connected as possible. So I think that was one of the highlights. Highlight this year? I think I'm cheating if I said, getting John on stream last. I mean, it wasn't me who did it. He reached out, and that was just super cool to get John involved.
It was cool. It was. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm super excited to be honest, because some of the legacy projects that we're going to do in the future, I might just get him to just do the voices for them because he is incredible. And Sam actually said at the end of the stream, why don't we get John to, voice the Sentius twins, because these are bots that we've made, and we can just go to John and we go,
Just from scratch.
make a voice.
Yeah.
Make a voice for us. Just do whatever you want. Do whatever you want for these twins. So that might be super exciting. Obviously pending John's approval. So that I think that's cheating if I say that was a highlight. I think the highlight's been probably doing some game design stuff this year has probably been a highlight of me. And just I think that's a major one actually, because I'm actually starting to pump content out into the game, which is quite surprising if people say you're a community manager.
True. And then on the flip side, low lights, as you might
Low
call them.
lights.
Low lights.
Low lights. What's a low light? Oh, we've got a few of those.
Let's do the same. Let's go
Um,
since you've been there, and obviously this year as well.
yeah, since I've been here, I'd say the low light what sticks in my head is Dino Gate.
Okay. Yeah, but you say that, but something good came of it.
It
I
did,
honestly
yes,
think that
yeah,
by doing that,
did.
it sort of showed that you can release some incredible content on a one purchase only, like you guys sort of do that. As like a one time offer, and it gets people excited, and it
It
gets
does,
sort of people
yeah.
spending a bit of money. You know what I mean? It might entice them into spending more. It opens that entry into spending. So yeah, it probably was
It
at the time,
does.
but
Yeah, it does, but I think it was more the aftermath of Dino Gate, when somebody's bought 70, 80, 90, 100 plus bundles,
yeah,
and you're having to go through the stress of refunding, and you've got the player there who are saying, well, you've got my money, and they kind of don't understand as well the process of when you actually purchase something on Transformers is it doesn't actually just come straight to Space Ape Games when you make a purchase. In fact, all your purchasing doesn't go through to Space Ape at all until like Google says so. So we have to speak to Google. Apple is on another different level, by the way. Apple, you tell Apple to refund somebody, they don't even refund them. They want like long essays like this on
yeah,
why they should be refunded. But Google's a bit different, and because refunds would take so long, and it was Black Friday, could we credit them on other bundles, which we did because it was like the right thing to do. And then you've got a lot of fluff tickets of people who didn't buy the bundles. So, we're trying really hard. And I know this is not a bad thing. I know there is some people probably in the chat now or who's probably watching going, yeah, I probably sent a ticket asking when I can buy something. But, you're trying to focus on a problem, and then you get thousands of tickets.
I want it too.
I want it too. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh, please. I don't know. I know I shouldn't be too critical about this because this is kind of my job, but I just wish that they would do that once we get the other tickets out the way, because we're
Yeah.
trying to prioritize that. But at the time it was just chaos. It all just came in at once, and you kind of feel it because you want to deal it with quite some speed as well and accuracy. And that's two things that don't really go well. We see that with VAR in football. You can't do speed and you can't be accurate. If you're a football fan, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you're from America, you've got no idea what I'm talking about. So yeah, it was just acting with speed because it was Black Friday and getting that out of the way. So it was a low point, but you're right. It showed Hyro that people will spend for low bundles and they will go crazy for them and they love it. So why not do more? And we did.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it looks like a special offer, so to speak,
Yeah,
but it sort
yeah, yeah,
of puts things into perspective. That makes sense.
yeah.
So when it,
I agree.
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, hard to
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
explain.
I agree.
But you sort of look at it, and you go, "Oh, it's a special offer. I'll go and buy it." Where in reality, it's probably not a special offer. That makes sense. But you
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
seem to ask it's better value than normal. So yeah, it lessens the value of everything else in between that. But then people sort of look for that Dino Gate as soon as it comes out, like buy. So
I know. I think also we've done a really bad job this year in telling people when Dino Gate's going to happen. Because we actually had a Dino Gate bundle come out on the weekend. I had no idea. So
yeah,
so we need to get better at that. We do know we need to do better than that. I need to do better on that. And my low point of this year, I would say, low point of this year would be probably leaderboards.
oh, interesting.
No reason. I'm not going to justify it. I mean, leaderboards just people just don't like them, so it brings negativity. So that's something you have to deal with.
I've
You
come
know,
to
and that's
accept it in a way. The only thing that I hope is that for the leaderboards, it's not anything exclusive. Like if you were to say to me, "Oh, the new binary bonds are only available in leaderboards," then I'd be a pretty annoyed because I'm like, you can't sort of do that and make it totally exclusive
I
to
agree.
leaderboards.
Yeah,
As long as you can get them in other avenues. You said to me, listen, the leaderboard, you're going to get twice the 5-star shards of endurance, you're going to get twice the spark and twice the rewards, and you get legacy, you get binary bonds and things like that. Then I'm like, all right, listen, if you want to go and spend a few $100s on the game, then it is what it is. As long as the content's not exclusive, like I said, but when it's a certain bot, like I said, when it's a bot, it is quite frustrating that you might do a bot on it. Combats, I feel, aren't as desirable as bots. So for me, if it was a bot, say the next bot coming out was a leaderboard event, I'd be frustrated that it was a good bot. I can't get that then for another, 8, 10 months, 9 months, whatever it is, because it's locked behind
a
literally,
leaderboard. Yeah,
yeah. But if it's good items, like listen, if you said listen, I don't. If you take the bot away, I think from that last leaderboard, I know you got to get value in it. I understand that, but if you took the bot out of that last leaderboard and just pumped it full of resources of everything else that was in there, I don't be too fussed. I'd be like, okay, I kind of get
yeah,
that.
yeah. From what I know, is the idea is it's not going to go to bots. But it will be probably combats and BBEs. But we've seen BBEs everywhere else anyway. They've been
Yeah,
in like different bundles. I'm sure we'll also give one out in the Cyber Pass in the future. I mean, these things do have that exclusivity at the start,
yeah,
and then we
yeah,
start to spread it everywhere else. So that's why I kind of, even when we had the BBEs in the leaderboard, and I know some people said, yeah, well, you've got that argument as well because some people complain that the leaderboard's not worth running in because there's not like enough exclusive items in there. But then we don't want to make it too
yeah,
exclusive because we don't want people to feel like they need to run in a leaderboard. Like you said, our intention for the leaderboard is if you just want to spend and you just want to push, just do a leaderboard.
yeah,
And we shouldn't do them all the time either. Like I think the idea is probably one combat has the leaderboard, then the next one doesn't, and it's not going to be here all the time. It's not going to be this thing where it just kind of it's just here every week kind of a thing. It's not
yeah.
it's not going to be like that. It's going to be like a one time every odd saga or something. It's going to be there. If people want to run, they can. If they don't. And I know people don't like me saying that.
No, I don't
But
mind it. But like I said, if you just say like, let's go like, let's just say throw a million spark in there, something stupid, a million spark, a million combat spark, a million combiner spark, 3 binary bonds,
yeah,
all
yeah,
really good content. Do you know what I mean like that? It's like triple the endurance sort of rewards. You just throw that in there and go, listen, it's pretty much the same as 3 endurances. We're gonna do it in one event. The higher you rank, you get it. Then yeah, do you know what I mean? I'm all for that.